Welcome, my brother. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to escape Gymcel purgatory, because living the life of a Gymcel is not fun. And if you don't know what Gymcel means, just stay tuned, because I'm going to explain it very shortly. But anyway, credibility story, just to give me some authority when I'm speaking. I used to be a depressed Gymcel not even that long ago, about 6 months or so ago. All I had going for me was the fact that I went to the gym. I was, socially autistic. I couldn't hold a conversation to save my life. I avoided social interaction at all costs, and when situations arise where I was forced to make small talk and chit-chat, it was absolutely painful. Honestly, it probably wasn't that bad to the other person. They probably just didn't think anything of it. They just, they're just like, oh yeah, whatever. But to me, it was super painful because I was overthinking. I was trapped in my own head, and I was imagining just how uncomfortable and autistic I must have been portraying myself as. And as you can see, even though all I was focused on was the gym, even my physique was a sloppy mess. I'll be honest, this photo wasn't taken 6 months ago. It was actually over a year ago, but it illustrates a very, very powerful point. But anyway, yeah, I was a gym pariah. I was one of those guys who just go to the gym, headphones on, just like, avoiding all social interaction, reclusive hermit, monk mode bro. And whenever I would talk to someone, I would stumble over my words, I would stammer, I would stutter. It was very painful. But now, I'm a bit of a social ninja warlord, you could say. I can pretty much make small talk with anyone and strike up effortless conversation, and it flows very nicely. And I always build rapport. It feels as though they leave the social interaction feeling positive, feeling energized, as do I. And I don't want to be that guy who comes on camera and brags about his exploits with women, because I don't think it's very impressive at all, to be honest. But I am finding flirting with girls like easy. It's effortless now. What I do with those interactions is none of your business. But just to say, I can talk, I can build rapport. I'm a top chook of the gym, as the boogs would say. Not in the physical sense, because there are plenty of guys at my gym who are more jacked and stronger than me. But in terms of social interaction and just building relationships, I'm becoming that guy. I'm making connections. I'm growing my network. I'm speaking with a lot of interesting people at the gym, some of which are really about it. Business owners, entrepreneurs, high-level guys, and it's like we're one and the same. Where I'm not interacting with them from a place of looking up. It's like we're equals, even though I might not have the material success that they've got yet. But anyway, I'm finding it much easier to find middle ground, even with people I can't relate to, which is a skill, which is a very powerful skill, because a lot of these self-improvement YouTubers will make you one of these self-improvement autists, where you can speak to other self-improvers in like a school community or something. You can have a good chat. But when it comes to interacting with general members of society, you just can't do it. You're like, oh, but I do meditate, bro. Nah, it's you have to be able to integrate into society, and I'm doing that just fine. And all of this has led me to have unshakable confidence in my abilities. You can plug me into any social interaction, and I can thrive. all of this from being the opposite, from being an absolute loser, a very awkward socially person. But anyway, how did I get there, and how can you get there as well? First things first, let's answer this question. Why did you start training? Perhaps you wanted lady to touch your pee-pee, but you were too scared to talk to lady, so you thought that you get big muscles and lady come talk to you. Well, yeah. Another reason you might have started was because you want to look big and sexy because you're insecure. You know, you might still be a little puss, and that's fine. We all started as a little puss, but you know, we have to become not so little of a puss. But yeah, that's why you began training. But this is what happened. You know, you might have gotten some good results, and all of the skinny noobs might be asking, "Wow, please drop your routine. You're looking really jacked, bro. How did you do it? What are your tips?" And obviously the angry incels are screeching, "Ree! He's on roids!" Yeah, that's what happened. That's not quite what you were expecting, is it? You wanted the ladies to flock to you, and you know, maybe they would if you stopped coping. What's the biggest cope? Well, the thing is, most women actually do love muscles. They don't like it to be too much, but if you stay natural, you're probably never going to reach the too much stage, honestly. You know, the reason you're struggling with women and socially is because you are completely awkward and autistic. Now, when I say autistic, I don't actually mean autistic. I hope I don't offend anyone, but yeah, you've seen progress in lifting weights, so you've doubled and tripled down on it. You've, you know, maybe at the start of your lifting journey, you were actually getting compliments from women. You know, you might have had some friends of yours who were girls, and they started noticing, you know, oh wow, you're getting big, and this reinforced your confidence. And you're like, okay, yeah, now I need to keep getting big and keep getting big and keep getting big. But the problem is that's all you started focusing on, and so you became boring without any personality apart from being a gym rat, and that's not very attractive. I'll be honest with you. Even speaking from a fellow gym enthusiast, as a bro, it's not attractive. Like, if I want to be your boy and all you have to talk to me about is the gym, I'm not going to be that interested. I'll be honest with you. You know, I want to talk to you about all of your endeavours, about life, about freaking everything, man. And so do women. But yeah, do you know what else women love? A hard-working, disciplined, relentless man. Now, you can become hard-working, disciplined, and relentless through the gym, but if you don't apply that to multiple areas of life, then you're going to be not very well-rounded, you're going to be very one-dimensional, and like I said before, you're going to be very boring. So, obviously, women love someone who's charming, who's funny, charismatic, and kind. Now, when I say kind, I don't mean nice guy, like a soy boy, you know. I'm not talking about these simpy guys. Women are repulsed by that, obviously, as are other men. When I say kind, I mean, you know, doing the right and honourable thing, even when you don't have to. Actually treating people with respect and compassion. But yeah, the discipline you have built in the gym is not carrying over to the rest of your life, which is exactly why you're struggling. Because you're still an unappealing mess. You have big muscles, but so what? Though those are only the entrance to getting to know you. But then once they get to know you, it's like, ugh. Yeah, so I want to paint you an archetype of the gym degen, which is someone who is obviously a bit of a degenerate. You might be going to the gym, you might be getting jacked, but you still indulge in a whole bunch of other bad habits. And, let me just say though that being jacked is amazing. I absolutely love it. There is absolutely no better feeling than admiring a chiseled physique after a nasty pump. This definitely makes you feel more confident and a higher self-esteem, but all of that will be for nothing if the rest of your life isn't in order. Let me tell you, if you're broke, stupid, boring, and you have the charisma of a garden slug, and you're still a slave to your vices, you'll look at your physique and you'll be like, yeah, cool, but you'll feel hollow and empty inside. You'll still be in a lot of pain when you look in the mirror. Ask me how I know this. I dare you. But yeah, what do you do? How do you escape this purgatory? Is all hope lost for you? Well, to put it bluntly, in the favourite words of Redditors, it's over. Tyke! You really thought it was over? No. While you still draw breath in your lungs, there is a chance to turn it all around. So it's only over for you if you give up like a little puss. When you turn your back on cope. I thought I was really clever writing this and sharing a photo of my back. Right now I'm seeing it and it's freaking corny, but I'm grateful I did it nonetheless. If I manage to make it out of this depressing Gymcel situation, then so can you. How are we going to do this? Well, start actually using the discipline you've built in the gym. Apply it into the real world. Go out and compete with other men in other avenues, in a real life setting. For example, sales is a very good environment to chisel this competitive spirit and, even more importantly, develop your social skills. You have to start mastering your habits and beliefs. Going to the gym is not enough. And being this self-improvement autist who sits at home and meditates and reads all day isn't helping either. Meditation and reading and all of these self-improvement habits are a great supplement to a life where you're already pushing forwards, but they should never be the focus, otherwise you're going to become a Gymcel weirdo. You'll become a self-improvement weirdo. And you start mastering your habits and your beliefs by building them around your busy life of actually going out into the world and achieving things. Now, in order to help with this, you have to clean up every area of your life. Cut the vices, cut the addictions, cut all the bad habits that keep you stuck. It's not enough that you go to the gym, because you could still be eating like garbage while having a good physique. Ask me how I know. Once again, that used to be me just last year. And one of my best friends is exactly like that. He's found it very easy to stay shredded despite eating like junk. But I've seen him the day after binging on alcohol and food. He looks into the mirror and he's like, "Oh, it's not a pretty sight." He definitely doesn't like himself in those moments, but he's doing a lot better now. I'm proud of you, bro, if you're watching. Much love. You begin each day in the morning. Duh! So you have to attack your mornings with intensity. Have a morning routine that puts you into a higher frequency of energy and focus. It doesn't have to take long. It doesn't have to be 3-hour Dr. Andrew Huberman approved. Nah, short and sweet, 10 minutes with 3 pillars: mental, physical, spiritual. And once you do this, the rest of your day can follow suit, and you can just keep on building on that momentum. And, once you start incorporating these good habits as well as smashing the gym, your mental health will improve and you'll feel a lot more confidence in yourself. And then, once you actually go out into the world, you can stop being a recluse. Wow! It is of the utmost importance that you start developing your social skills. And once you develop more self-esteem from adding way more good habits into your life, it's going to be that much easier to be a social butterfly, because you'll have a lot higher self-worth. and so you won't feel the need to avoid social interaction. Again, ask me how I know. So I don't want to hear this cope about I'm an introvert, because guess what? I have considered myself both an introvert and an extrovert depending on what circumstances I'm going through in my life. When I'm pushing it, when I'm making progress, I find it effortless to talk to people. And when I'm stagnating, when I'm rotting away at home, just not engaging in any good habits apart from the gym, I am a complete introvert. So one or the other doesn't really make a difference, to be honest with you, because you're probably not an introvert. I've met real introverts, and they can still, go out there and have good social interactions. They might feel a bit of pain on the inside, but they can still make it work. But you, my friend, are probably not an introvert. You probably just have social anxiety. There's a difference. The reason you have social anxiety is because you don't trust yourself. You break every single promise you make to yourself, and you have absolutely no faith in the words that come out of your mouth and the thoughts you have. So how the hell would you have confidence in yourself when you're talking to other people? Because you perceive everyone else around you to have this negative self-image of you just like you do, but the truth is nobody knows because nobody cares. And yeah, that's it. I hope that made sense. Another big thing why you have social anxiety and you struggle interacting is you're out of practice. Honestly, you can very quickly get into a social flow state once you start getting out of your comfort zone and talking to people. You truly pick up the skill very quickly as long as you push through that initial stage where you're fumbling your words, you're being awkward, and you're making people uncomfortable. Well, which you're probably not. You probably just think you're making people uncomfortable because you make yourself uncomfortable because, refer to this. You're breaking every promise you make to yourself. But yeah, it literally just takes a few weeks to get back into the social flow state after being a reclusive hermit. You'd be surprised just how rapidly you can make progress in this area. But you have to go through exposure therapy. You have to push through the uncomfortable part. But yeah, that was it for the Gymcel video. I definitely could have gone a bit deeper, but quite frankly, I don't want to waste your time. I can make more videos on the subject if that's something you want to be, if that's something you might be interested in. Let me know down below. But if you do need a hand with systems, processes, and accountability, if you need someone to give you like a plan of action and hold you accountable, then that's exactly what my coaching program is for. So if that sounds interesting to you, if that sounds like something you might need, if you think we'd be a good fit to work together, message me on Instagram down below and we'll have a little chat. We'll see if we're a good fit. Also, I have a free school community, and I've just created a whole mindset mastery module called Becoming That Guy, and I've put in a lot of effort to make it valuable and actionable, but I'm not going to know how valuable and actionable it actually is until you use it, you go through it, and you let me know what you think. So I'd really appreciate that, bro. Freaking get started. It's totally free. All it takes is your time. And I'm not one of those guys who like to make a whole bunch of fluff content. I did my best to make it short and concise. So the entire module, there's 4 parts. It's an hour in total. If you can spare that, I'd be very grateful. But yeah, have a victorious day, brother.